Hi Flosstube. Hi everybody. Welcome. It's Bonnie at curlygirlcrafter here in Colorado. Thanks for coming. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back to listen to me blab some more about my journey on cross stitching and other crafts, quilting, wool applique, any other kind of crafty crap I get up to. Thank you for coming back, and thank you to anyone that's new. I've had a lot of new subscribers over the past 2 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks since I filmed last. Today is, let's see, it's number 5 Flosstube, and it's August 23rd. No, it's not. It's August 24th, 2021. I had full intentions of recording yesterday. I don't know where the time went. I don't know what happens. It's like when you go into Target and it's like Target Vortex, you go in there and then like 3 hours later you come out and you're like, what, I don't know where the time went. Anyway, so I meant to do it yesterday, and my mom came for dinner. We were having dinner and I had to cook. Can you imagine that? I don't cook. My husband cooks. He's a saint. I don't know. He always cooks. I craft, he cooks. I work full time, so I had that going on. But anyway, so today's August 24th, 2021. Let's see here. I'm just looking at my notes. This channel's about my rebirth to cross stitch journey, and I think I already said all this: quilting, wool applique, and all that kind of stuff. I guess I did already say that. Sorry to repeat myself. I want to give a shout out, a thank you to Stitchy Witch 42. She gave me a kind shout out and sent some people my way. So I say thank you to her, and that was really awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see, I had a couple questions over my last few videos that I'll answer along the way as we go. One of them was about my dog Apollo. Somebody wanted to see him. All they saw was a tail a couple times. Apollo, touch! I think he's here somewhere. Buddy. Hi. Do you want to come up here and say hi? Come on. Come up here. Oh, good boy. There you go. He'll do anything for a cookie. Oh, yeah, you'll do anything for a cookie. Yep. Anybody thinks they know what he is, his DNA profile is really interesting. You can let me know what you think. I should do some kind of a contest and see if anybody can come up with what he is. Come on, get up over here and sit down. Okay. That was one question I had. Another question was about my hair. Is it really this naturally curly? It is naturally this frizzy. It's a disaster most of the time, but thank you for the kind comments. I absolutely hate it. And it's always frizzy. Okay, so I think that's all. What else have what have I been up to? This past week I did Week in a Life. I don't know if anybody else does any kind of scrapbooking. I do very little, but I follow Allie Edwards, and she does a week in a life and a day in the life, and I just find those projects intriguing. So last year I did a week in the life, and so I just finished my week in the life photographing. And you just photograph everyday things as you go through your day. It's just really interesting to go back and look at it last year, like mowing the lawn or cooking your dinner, or what you had for dinner, what you did at work. It was just interesting. So I've been up to that this week. If you're at all interested in that kind of a thing, you should check Allie Edwards out because she's really fun. Okay, I'm so excited. I actually have a finish to share with you guys. It's only my second one ever, so I'm real excited. It's Stitchy Stars. Look at this. How fun. I love this. This was such a fun thing to stitch on. I had so much fun. I think it's because it's like all these tiny little projects. Like every time I finished a star, I was like, ooh, I finished another star. Ooh, I finished another star. My goal was to do a star a week, and I did, but the last 3 stars that I finished over here, I did these all the past 2 weeks because, I was getting to the end of it, so I was getting very excited. So there we have it. And I think I talked last time, I love this white that's in here that I use for the Weeks Die Works. I used the Call For colors, and I used some Weeks Die Works and some DNC. So I mixed whatever I had is what I used. But the whitewash is from Weeks Die Works, and I got on and ordered some more because I think it would be great in like a house of some sort. Oops, there's another color mixed in there. I can't see. So I just love it. It's such a soft, soft white. Very soft. Oh, I just love it. So while I order that, of course, I might as well just show you these. I got some other colors from Weeks Dye Works. Look at these all together. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but look at these beautiful colors all at the same time. They did match. I just ordered them randomly. I didn't, you know, they're not for anything. I have a Bordeaux, taffeta. So pretty. I'm not a huge purple fan. Purple used to be my favorite color, but I thought it was pretty. Seaweed. We always need good greens, don't we? And then Isla Morada. I had that one. Isla Morada is a fun place to visit down in Florida. Okay. So let's move on. I think, oh, so as far as Stitchy Stars goes, I did buy this, which is what Lori Holt mounted hers on. So I am going to hopefully get to that pretty soon here and get that mounted on. I'm going to hang it in my sewing room, and I think I'm going to hang it vertical. So I'm very excited. Isn't it so pretty? Okay. All right. So that was the only finish that I had. And then let's go on to my whips. Oh, I didn't grab my notebook here. So that's Stitchy Stars. Oh, I did want to show you. So originally I had started stitching it on this piece that I had dyed. This is coffee or tea dyed, I can't remember, or both. And I started Stitchy Stars and I really didn't like it. I wanted more of a brown. So I re-dyed some more 14 count Aida. So that's what I did. So that was 14 count Aida. Primitive dye on that. Okay, so let's go on to my next. Here's one of my project bags, and it has my Faithful Friend project in it. I don't know why there's weird sun coming in there. Sorry about that. I'm not real happy with the coverage of the black on the dog. It was just kind of a thin thread, I guess. It's a DMC, so I don't know. But he's cute, or it's turning out really cute. I like it. I hope to get this finished. This is going to be in my plans for the next couple weeks. I need to do the grass and finish filling him in. Here's what he looks like. It's from Scattered Seed Designs. So I need to finish the grass below and finish filling them in. If you like my needle minder, he's in my Etsy shop. Isn't he cute? Okay, so that called for a lot of colors. Here's the colors that are in it. It was a bit excessive. I happen to have them, so it was no big deal, but that's a lot of colors for that little guy, but that's okay. I had them, so no big deal. The scissors I have in my bag. You guys know how much I love scissors. So, have those. Oh, I was going to tell something. I know what I was going to tell you guys about. So, another question I had was about the hoop that I use, the stand hoop. It's by Morgan. Let me grab it over here so you can see what it looks like. And the one that I like, because it has, you can hook them together. It comes with 3 sizes, a 5, a 7, and a 9. You can use them individually, or you can hook them together for a lap stand. And you can either put the larger one on the top or the larger one on the bottom. Larger one on the top. Either way, let me show you how it works. So you get, and the reason I'm telling you this, I have one of these in my shop, and I have a couple more on order if anybody wants them. I have a couple of these because I interchange them all the time. But I don't have to hold a hoop that way because my hand gets tired and crampy, you know, all the craft stuff we all do, and our hands start to wear out. So you just put those on, and then you can hook this on to the top, and then it's not snapped, but you get the idea. like, and if I wanted to, I could have the project here if I wanted and work it this way. Either way. So you can hook those two together, or you can hook the larger and the medium together. They work really well. I can set it in my lap. I can set it on the table, and I can two-hand stitch, which I do a lot, you know, up and down, up. I don't like to do in hand. My hand gets crampy. So I tried in hand and my hand gets crampy. And I can't do it very well. But anyway, so if you're interested in that, I have right there, I have one in stock. If someone's interested in that, go get it. But I have more on the way. Okay, that is that. I got to get all my stuff back where it goes, or, you know, you get prepared for these little videos and you think, oh, it's only, you know, 40 minutes or what have you, and you get all this stuff stacked up, and then you have stuff everywhere. You should see. This is my daughter's old room, and I have this bed just covered with stuff. Okay, let's move on. Another one of my project bags. This is American Eagle by Blackbird Designs. I forgot to say that he's stitched on a white 16 count. No, he's not. He's a 14 count. 14 count. Anyway, super easy. I'd like to finish that. That's a goal. Okay, so this is out of the Blackbird Designs book, Sweet Land of Liberty. I know everybody's familiar with it. Here's the finished project. I'm sorry about the sun coming in the window. I usually try to film earlier, but it didn't happen. Okay, here's my great scissors. And guess what? Somebody asked me, where can I get these? They're in my Etsy shop, linked below. I love these little ones. Love, love. Oh, and speaking of which, I guess while I'm here, I also got some rabbit ones. See the bunny rabbit? These are in my shop as well. And then I have these purple ones with a sheath. And I have some pretty pink ones. Pink's my favorite color. So if you're interested in some new scissors, I have to have all the scissors. Well, because I put scissors in most of my bags, just makes it easier. Okay, so you ready for my reveal? Whoop. Let me put this behind it. Not that you can't already see, but I made some progress on it. I finished my house. I started the flag. That little house was a lot of stitching. I know it doesn't really look like it, but it is. But the roof, I finally got the roof finished, and I've started the flag over here that'll be attached to the eagle. So I would like to get to this. I'm coming up on the last week that I'm going to be working on my summertime quote projects. Just because it's starting to get fall around here. We finally had some evenings here in Colorado where it got down into the 50s, and when that starts happening, for me, that means fall's coming. The geese are flying, all, you know, the geese that were born this year. So this American Eagle is stitched on 18 count natural rustico, and I used the called for DMC. Except I did change out one of the colors. It wasn't very green. I think it might have been the green. It wasn't showing up very green, and so I just tweaked that just a little bit so it'd show up a little better. Anyway, so this is a project I would really like to get. So let's see, today's the 24th, and I just have about a week left. And if I could finish my dog and my house, then I can move on to fall, because it's my favorite time of year. I know a lot of people say that. And it is. It's the colors, the rich colors, and the weather. Oh, it's just amazing. Okay, my other whip that I've been working on, this is a Fat Quarter Shop bag, is from the Scholard House. It's called Icy Red. It's just a little red alphabet that I can go out onto the patio with Apollo after dinner and try to enjoy some weather, but it has been hot, and when it gets so hot I don't get to spend a lot of time out there, but we got out there a couple nights, and so I got to work on it a little bit. Now I am going to be changing a few things on this chart. There's some over 1, and since I'm working on Ada, over 1 doesn't work well for us Ada workers. So I'll show you here. So I hope you can see where this tiny little alphabet here is. That's an over 1. So what I think I'm going to do is put some motifs in there that are over 1 and just make them bigger. Like there's some hearts on here. It's really hard from over here. They are that are over 1. That I'm going to just do it regular cross stitch and put some in here. There's a little dog down here that it's over 1. I'm going to move it up here. So I'm just going to kind of fill it in with some of those motifs. And then there's another alphabet along here that's over 1. And I might just drop it off completely and not do it. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. Hopefully I can get this porch stitch done before snow starts falling. We have had snow up in the high country. So that's another thing, you know, fall is coming. I-70, which is our major corridor from here to the western slope, has still been closed. Things are not good in that area. Okay, so there's my whips. Let's see what's next. Oh, let's see. I have a little bit of haul to show you of some interesting things that I thought you guys might like to see that I got. I went to Tuesday Mornings. I just popped in there to look around. I used to buy a lot of scrapbooking stuff there, but they don't seem to have much. I bought this little wood block, and it says, "Best friend ever." Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to make the light not so harsh, but it's just kind of hard. So it's a little wooden block, and I thought I would stitch some kind of cute little stitchery to put on the back and then leave the front just like that. I was hoping they had more than one, because I thought I have a couple friends I could do that for, but they only had the one. Okay, I keep playing with the light. Okay, I also got this little zipper pull charm that's a little mushroom, and it's from Poppy Cotton. How cute is this little charm gonna be on one of my bags? So cute. So that's fun. Okay, and then I also from Tuesday Mornings, I got a couple cutting boards that I'm gonna use to put projects on. And this one, I'm like, you know what? I'm okay that it says enjoy if I have something small to put up here, or I can also cover it. Doesn't matter. And at first I asked my daughter, I said, you know, what do you think about like if I glue magnets on and change out the item? Because, you know, I have so many finished projects. And she said, oh, that's a great idea, Mom. But she said you could also glue like one of those clippers on a, you know, like a mini clip, or that you could put on here. Just glue a clip on. I'm like, that's a great idea. So I might do that. So I got this one. And then I also got this one. And I love this one. It's square. So I thought this was perfect. I don't know if I'll leave it this color or I'll paint it. I can do whatever I want. But Tuesday Mornings, they had a lot of choices. They had a narrow one that was pretty tall. I really wanted it because I kind of thought one of the Hawk Run Hollow projects would be cool done vertically. But I don't know. I didn't get it. It was more pricey than I wanted to fork out yesterday or whenever I was there. So I didn't get it. Okay, moving on. Oh wait, I got this. I got this too. This is Teresa Kogut. This is everything I love. Raccoons, a fox, there's a squirrel, a deer, a rabbit, there's a butterfly. I love this. Love it, love it, love it. So, got that. And I like that she spiral binds her booklets. Love that. Okay, let's move on to my plans. So I'd like to finish those two projects that I showed you guys that I've been working on before summer is over, which to me is kind of coming up. So these are my fall plans. This is what I'm thinking. Okay, so, and I love fall, love the colors. Uh-oh, I lost my thread out of my, oh, I'm using Baked Apple Weeks Dye Works on my Icy Red project, in case anybody was looking to know. Okay, so this is these are my plans. This is kind of my fall, these are my fall plans for the next couple months. Okay, so Blackbird Designs Midnight Watch. I have always loved this. Even when I was not cross stitching, I always loved this. So I want to do that. And I'm going to stitch it on a 14 count Aida. It's called Vintage Taupe. Here it is. And then here are my colors. I'm using the called for colors. Look at these. Ah. So pretty. The one thing that I did not have, or I don't have the color they called for the moon. And I went looking through my stash, and what I do have is this, gosh, I'm sorry, it's so bright. Is the, let me try some black. That might help. Is this yellow honeysuckle from Weeks Dye Works, but it was on a spool. It's a 2-strand cotton floss. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna use that to try to stitch my moon and see how that goes. So I'm gonna have to let you know. But I'm really excited about this project. Something else that you maybe don't know if you're not a quilter, Blackbird Designs, of course, Barb also designed quilts with Alma. And what I've had in my stash forever and ever, oh, I just thought up a quilt I need to show you guys that I made from them. Okay, is this Midnight Silhouette. So look at this. This is her quilt made from cottons, and then here's her cross stitch project. Like, how cool is that? So I just thought somebody might find that interesting. I love this. I have some fabric saved up to do this project because, of course, you know, I have a million quilt projects as well. And I've had these fabrics set aside to make that project for years, literally years, not even kidding you, at least 10 years. So they're so pretty. But I don't really have that on my radar anytime soon. But if anybody is a quilter out there and wants to do this, it's really pretty. And then another one that I had kind of with this pattern in my notebook was another one from Blackbird Designs. It's called Welcome Home. It's very similar, but it's more springy, which is really pretty as well. So they were together, but they were some older Blackbird ones that I thought I would share with you guys that I happen to have. Oh yeah, I have a Halloween quilt I'm gonna have to find. It's not quilted. Maybe I should get it quilted. Okay. All right, so that is Midnight Watch. So I'd like to work on that. And you know, everybody talks about Sampler September. Isn't that what they call it? I don't know, I'm new to this. That's a sampler, right? So I want to count that as a sampler for Sampler September. Okay, let me get all this back in here. I really like that Aida color too. I think with all these floss colors will be very pretty. Okay. Oh, and then I got this book, Kaleidoscope, from Lori Holt. And in here is this cross-stitch project, which resembles the quilt block Kaleidoscope. And she gives a bunch of different colorways that you can do. I don't know. I have these picked out. I don't know. I just bought them and stuck them in here. I don't really have plans to do this. This is kind of more like a haul, I guess. So there's that. Okay. This is another one of my project bags. Has the birds on it. Bluebirds. Okay, this is, I forget what this is actually. Oh, Kathy Barrick. Oh, love her. This is Sunflower Farm. Sunflower Farm. Isn't that fun? So I picked out Vintage Needle Arts, Hand Dyed Ada, 14 count, Rodeo or Rodeo? How do you say? Anyway, and then I have all the called for colors. But this is what I'm going to stitch it on. I think it'll be pretty. I love Kathy Barrick. I love everything she does. I still haven't pulled the trigger on a huge cart I have of her stuff. But that's okay. Someday I will. I did pull the trigger on a couple other things. I'll show you in a bit. Okay. So I'd like to get that one started. This is a project bag. I did not make this one, but look at this fabric. Isn't that fun? I don't know if I know who did. Let me see if there's a tag in here. No, but she put a little piece of leather string on here. Isn't that fun? Oh, lakewindstudio.com. She does a nice job. I'll link her below. Gotta remember to do all these links. This is new for me. Okay, so I'm stitching this on 14 count vintage oat to Zweigart. And this is Olga from Plum Street Samplers. I'm sure everybody has seen it. Look at the kitty with quilt blocks in it. Like, that's perfect. I love it. What don't I love, right? I try not to say that to everything, but it's the truth. So I'd like to get that started. It's like a little mini sampler, right? That goes with sampler September too. Okay. Oh, this next one's a Kathy Barrick as well. And I've had this one for a little while. Here's another bag. This is not my bag either. But look at the animals, of course. I'm gonna love it. So this is a Kathy Barrick. And oops. This one I think is just adorable. I'm stitching this on Vintage Oat 14 count. Here's the pattern. Kathy Barrick. Bearing gifts is what it says. Isn't it so pretty? Look at her dress. Like, that's just so pretty. I'm excited to start this one too. So I'm stitching on 14 count Vintage Oat. Gosh, it's just so bright in here today. It's because the sun is so high in the sky. But I'm stitching it with the called for DMCs. I wanted to get these all prepared and get them on their floss drops and everything before I showed them to you, but I just didn't have time. But, so I'm doing the called for colors. You just really can't see that fabric. It's got a mottled look to it. Okay. All right, and then the next one that I have is a Plum Street Sampler little project that I had this for a little while too. I don't have the fabrics picked out, but it's called Sunflower House with the buggy. It's fun with the barn and the sunflowers. Sunflowers really mean fall to me. But I did get I have the called for colors and I purchased those because, you know, well, here's my bag. The vintage clocks. I made that one. There's the colors. The called for colors. Oh, the sun just went down. Wait, it doesn't get cloudy here. It's usually just hot. Okay. The next thing that I have that I kind of kitted up, but not, if that makes any sense. I got all the called for DMCs. Can you see? My hands are in the way. But they're such pretty fall colors. Okay. But they go to this. It's Halloween. from Blackbird Designs. I know everybody's seen this. It's all the Halloween stockings. So I just bought all the skeins of all the colors, and I'm gonna find me a big piece of Aida, and hopefully, I mean, you know, hopefully I'd like to stitch a few of them if I could, at least just for oh, look at the pumpkin. Oh, I thought that was, oh, it is the chart. Sorry. So anyway, got those all purchased and in a bag, a little Fat Quarter Shop plaid bag. Got that ready. Oh, gosh, I hope this floss goes in here. That's typical of me. Have stuff everywhere and then have the wrong thing in the wrong place. I got, this is another piece of haul, Winds of Autumn. I know everybody's seen this, so I'm not gonna flip through it, but got that. And then, okay, so this is where I got a couple things in a card. This is from, I think I'll say her name right, Satsuma Street. Oh my gosh. So my taste is eclectic, even in quilting, everything. You know, I like traditional, I like Civil War fabrics, I like 30s fabrics, I like brighter fabrics, and I see that in cross stitching, it's the same thing. So I think most of what I just showed you was pretty traditional, but I also really like some of the brightly colored stuff. So I got this. Look at the colors to stitch in this. This is just going to be fun to stitch. No, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but like I could put it on a project bag maybe or something. I don't know, but like that will just be fun to stitch all those colors. Like really. Okay, and then I got Autumn Bird. And then I got Forest. And this is kind of an autumn forest of trees, I think. The sun's coming back out. Darn it. Okay, and this is Garden Party. Oh, and this is so fun. I got both of these. There's one in a cool colorway. And then there's one in a warm colorway. And these were all PDFs. So, but look how fun that would be to stitch. Okay, so that was fun to share with you guys. Okay, let's move on to, okay, so, oh, I forgot to look at this. I don't know if anybody remembers, but last video I talked about this quilt that had, it's flannel with wool applique, and I had to go find the rest of the blocks. I only had the two. I haven't done any work on it, so don't be looking for any work. But I only had these two blocks, and I was going on and on about how I hand stitched them. Well, I did not. After I started looking, this block here, when I looked at the back, it's clearly done on a machine. So I do have a little Bernina machine that does this blanket stitch. I don't like to do it, and so I probably just assumed, because I kind of quit doing blanket stitch on wool. It's just too much for me. I just like to whip stitch it. So I haven't made any progress on this because after I discovered I had done it on the machine, I was like, crud, no, because it looks so good. I just thought, I don't know, I could go back and pull that machine out, but because my Juki only has a straight stitch, so, and that's when I just use it for everything. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just going to do it by hand and just get it done. But I found the bag that the rest of the project is in. But I can't find the pattern. So I'm going to have to do it by memory. The good thing is all the blocks are already all ironed down. So I just kind of pretty much have to figure out how to put them together. So again, this is wool on flannel. Oh, there we go. There's the color better. I'll just show you the blocks. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to put them together. It's really cute. Now see, this is this one's already stitched. One thing I don't like, I can see by looking at this, is that by doing this on the machine, it made holes in the back. I can see right through that. But that's okay. It'll be fine. I love this block. Okay, here's another one. This one's not finished. But aren't these are just kind of bright, pretty colors. These wools are real pretty on this flannel. And then I have this purple plaid for a border, and then in the border were a bunch of daisies. And I have the flowers with the stems. So I guess I'll just do my own thing because I don't know. Like, look at the fun daisies on here with the leaves, and I mean, it'll be as cute as can be. I don't know. I don't even know what it was called. I don't know what the company was. If I could remember the company name, that would help, because I don't know. So I didn't make any progress on it because I guess I made progress because I went and found the rest of the blocks. So that was part of my homework, right? My marching orders for myself. So I'm not sure. I want to get it done, but I gotta think about it and process it a little bit, see what I'm gonna do. Gotta find the pattern and then think about the stitching on it. I might just start stitching it and see how that goes. Okay, so that was one wool thing that I didn't work on. But a wool item that I did get is this Buttermilk Basin's Pick of the Crop book. And there's one thing in here that I absolutely love. Oh, remember, I don't know if anybody if you watched any of my other videos, I showed you a big pear that I had done. Those are similar. My pear was huge, but I love my pear. Kind of like a big pear pincushion. So there's some pears in here. I'll just show you a couple pictures, really cute. Gourds with the blackbird on top. Okay, but my favorite one, I'm finding it here. Oh, there's a cute Halloween one. That'd be fun for a pillow or something. Oh, we just don't have time to do all this stuff, do we? It's just disappointing. I need to not work. Or cook, which I don't. Or do laundry. Which I do laundry. Sometimes. Till I don't have things in my drawer that I need. My unmentionables. Okay. Where is the one? Oh, here it is. I love this one. It's an acorn-shaped pillow with a squirrel on it. So I really want to do that one. So that was just a fun little wool haul that I got. Okay, so let's go on to, well, I have one more. I have this haul. It's from Time Honored Traditions. It has very traditional quilts in it. Let me just show you a few, just to give you an idea. Look how cute. Look how pretty. I love Civil War stuff. Love it. It was my first quilting love, I'd say. Cheddar. Oh, cheddar is like one of my favorite quilting colors. It's like gray black. Oh, I've got some quilts I'm gonna have to show you guys that. This one. Okay, I love everything in that book. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you a previously finished couple quilts. People are interested in those. So up here, I didn't finish showing you that stack last time. So I was going to show you the bottom two quilts. Kind of figured we just work our way through my quilts. So this one is actually not one that I made, but it's really pretty, and I thought somebody might enjoy looking at it. It was an old top that I had found in an antique store or a flea market. And my mom actually hand quilted it for me. She hand quilts, which is amazing to me, because I don't know. It's not my thing. But so look how pretty it is. So I saved the top. She stitched it. Here's what's on the back. I just picked a current 30s fabric, pink and with some black little dots on it. So we saved some lady's project that she had made. So that's not mine though. Okay, or it's mine, but I didn't make it. This is my previous maid. I made 2 of these out of scraps that a bunch of scraps that I had. a bunch of scraps. And I made one for me and one for my daughter. Our quilts are exactly the same. I made the houses the same. I made it for her birthday a couple years ago. I was looking for the pattern. And it's called Village. It's from Miss Rosie's Quilt Company. And it was super fun to make. And it turned out really cute. So if you're interested, you can find it. It's called Village. There are lots of quilts out there right now with houses on them. It's like a thing. Houses are a thing. People love the houses. So anyway, this is fun. The only thing that's different on ours is I have a straight back. And hers, I don't remember what I put on the back of hers. But she has a different backing. So that was fun to make and to share. Okay, and so for quilting plans, I'm trying to get some of my tops quilted. I'm a topper, so I make a lot of tops. And this pattern I do not have, and I'm sorry to share with you. It came out of a magazine. I think it was from McCall's Quilting many, many years ago. And this is my quilt. My mom made one and I made one. And let me tell you, I bought, I don't know how many yards of green fabric to get the green fabric that I wanted. It was kind of a joke between us because I probably bought about 6 different green yardages. We'd get them home and I didn't like it. So this one is the one I wanted and now I'm happy. So then I had all this yardage of green fabric. And this is what I'm going to put on the back. So hopefully I can get this pinned up and quilted over the next couple weeks. It's not very big, so it wouldn't take very long. I just meander anyway. Okay, what else? A couple things I was just going to share with you guys. So I think I talked before about how I wanted to make some thread conditioner. So, well, I don't have my labels yet. I can't get my labels how I want them, so I'm still working on that. So I have them in a little tin, and I poured some beeswax and did some molding, and it was super fun. And they came out pretty cute. Look, I'm so excited. It was so much fun. So I'm gonna put these in my Etsy shop. So if you're a person that uses thread conditioner, I mean, I think everybody should have some at some point, because when your thread gets fuzzy, even in like wool applique, I'll use it sometimes just to calm down that fuzz. But look how cute they are. So they're not in my shop yet, but they hopefully will be by the time this uploads. But I just have to get my labels. I don't know, I'm not very happy. I'm not very tech savvy, and so it's a struggle, but hopefully. Okay, and then something else I'm gonna have going on is I think I'm going to do a advent for stitchy people on my Etsy shop. So I got some bags in today. I'm gonna stamp numbers on them. I got some fun twine. So I don't know, that hasn't come all the way together yet, so we'll have to see how that works. I'm just looking at my notes here really quick. One thing, thanks for everybody's suggestions about their orts. A lot of people put them in ornaments, which I thought was a great idea, and then maybe put the year on it so that you know what year those orts came from. But thanks for everybody for commenting. A couple people just said they just throw them away. A couple people put them in special jars they had. I haven't really come to any conclusion yet. They're still just in my little jar here. For right now they hold, if I just keep pushing them in there. I don't know, I might get an ornament and try that. I don't know, I can't decide. I don't know. And thank you for people that commented on that. And then also, if you guys could comment, I think this is so interesting. I have exactly 3 people that I know that cross stitch. besides people that I've met through Flosstube or online. So I would like to know, like, how many people did you guys know before you started getting involved in Flosstube that actually cross-stitched? There's my daughter, my sister who lives in Cincinnati, and then I have a friend, my friend Yvonne, who lives a town over. We text Stitchy Talk quite a bit, but I don't know, I just feel like there aren't that many people that cross stitch. So I just was curious if you guys have a bunch of people around you, you know, in your personal life that cross stitch besides what you've met on Flosstube and Instagram or online at all. Okay, that's all I have. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you in about 2 weeks. Bye.